Hey everyone, today I want to give a quick tutorial on how to get set up on Zenlink. Zenlink has launched on Moonriver and Bifrost so far, and they've already reached 100 million TVL. I think there's some really good opportunities for those that are into the Dotsama ecosystem. So first of all, you're going to need a MetaMask with some assets in it, or you're going to need a Polkadot.js with some assets in it. In this case, I'm going to use both. Now, my assets are on Ethereum mainnet. I have 1 ETH and 1,000 USDC. But to use Zenlink, I need to get those over to the Moonriver network. So first of all, I should probably set up the Moonriver network on my MetaMask. If you've played around with Binance Smart Chain or other EVM blockchains, then this should be quite familiar. So I'm going to go to Moonbeam Docs, and I'm going to click Connect MetaMask and select Moonriver. Then it's going to add all the information for the Moonriver chain onto my MetaMask. So now I'm all, and now the apps are trying to connect with my MetaMask already. So that's cool. So now if we go back to my MetaMask, you'll see the Moonriver network. I'm going to switch back to Ethereum because I need to bridge. So the next step will be bridging my assets from Ethereum to the Moonriver network. So I have kind of a few options here. I'm going to use AnySwap, but I'm going to use AnySwap via Solarbeam. The reason for that is that Solarbeam has a faucet that will give you some MOVR, which is the Moonriver native token, and that is used for gas if you use their bridge. So I think that's quite convenient for me because then I don't need to get MOVR from an exchange or something like that. So I'm going to bridge my assets from Ethereum to Moonriver, and I'm going to do first some USDC. So let's do 1,000 USDC. And I'm going to bridge, and I'll bridge sending 1,000 USDC from Ethereum, and I'll receive 1,000 USDC on Moonriver. I need to confirm that transaction, and that will have some gas fee, in this case $23. So that will take around 30 minutes. And let's do the same for my ETH as well. So I have ETH that I want to switch from Ethereum to Moonriver. So let's do the same. I'm going to do my ETH, and I'll do 1 ETH from Ethereum to Moonriver. Same process again. Confirm the transaction in the MetaMask. I don't have enough funds. So I need to do a little bit less than 1 ETH. So let's do 0.9 ETH because I need the gas to make the transaction. And let's confirm that. Now I have 2 transactions that are waiting. So both of those should take around 30 minutes. So in 30 minutes, I'll come back and we'll have those assets off on our Moonriver account. Okay, it's been a while. So let's check if my assets have arrived. So one quick way to check is to put my MetaMask address into Moonriver Moonscan, which is like the Etherscan for Moonriver. And here you can see I've received 1,000 USDC and 0.9 Ethereum, which is perfect. So I can switch my MetaMask over to Moonriver network. And you'll notice there's a little bit of mover there. I think that is an airdrop from Solarbeam. So they've provided a little bit of MOVR to get me started as gas, because MOVR is the gas of the Moonriver network. But you can't see my tokens here. You can't see my ETH or USDC. So what I'll do is I'll go to these token pages and I'll copy the contract address and import it to my MetaMask. And here now my balance is showing for USDC. And let's go back and get the Ether as well. Okay, perfect. So I have a little bit of MOVR for gas. I have my 1,000 USDC and I have my 0.9 ETH. Now I'm ready to use Zenlink. So there's a few different ways that I can use Zenlink at the moment. I could add liquidity to liquidity pools. So Zenlink has several liquidity pools set up for MOVR for MOVR in different trading pairs, BNB in different trading pairs, and you can add liquidity and earn ZLK tokens. Currently, there's around 100 million TVL. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a quick swap. So first I need to connect my wallet, and you'll notice up here you can use Polkadot.js and MetaMask at the same time. So now I've connected my MetaMask and my balances will be showing here. So I have a little bit of MOVR, a little bit of USDC, and a little bit of ETH as well. So I'm going to switch some USDC to some MOVR just to make sure I have enough gas and I can use Zenlink as much as I like. So we can do maybe, I can enter a number here. Let's do 100 USDC and let's turn that into a little bit of MOVR. So first I need to approve the transaction. One tip for using the Moonriver network at the moment is you need to increase the gas. So 1 gwei is probably not going to be enough. I'm going to go with 2, which is 5 cents approximately. So not really much money at all. First I need to approve the USDC swapping feature and then I'll be able to swap. This should only take a few seconds. Great, so I am now approved to swap USDC and I can go ahead and accept the terms and conditions and make the swap. Again, I'm going to adjust the gas just to make sure that the transaction goes through. And I can check my pending transactions up here. Great, now I've swapped 100 USDC for some MOVR. I'm going to do a few more transactions here. I'm going to turn that ETH into MOVR. Now we can see the slippage is around 0.3%, which is not too bad. First I need to again approve and bump that up to 2. And this should take another few seconds. Great, I'm now approved to swap ETH and I'm going to go ahead with a swap. Again, don't forget to bump up that gas, otherwise it could take some time. Now if you check my wallet here, you can see I have 9.68 MOVR, 900 USDC and only a little bit of ETH. So what can I do with this MOVR? Right now Zenlink is running the IYO activity, which allows you to earn ZLK tokens before they go public in a fair launch mechanism. And you can earn the ZLK tokens by adding liquidity to the different liquidity pools. One liquidity pool they have here is a wrapped MOVR. Now I have some MOVR, but they're not wrapped. I'm going to take my MOVR and I'm going to wrap it so I can enter that liquidity pool. I'll just do half of my MOVR. And that should take a few seconds. Wrapped MOVR is essentially the same as MOVR, but there's no slippage when you're wrapping it and it can be unwrapped at any time. Great, my MOVR has been wrapped. Now let's go to earn. And I'm checking out the wrapped MOVR pool. And here you can see I have 4.9 wrapped MOVR I can stake. First I need to approve. And now I can stake. My wrapped MOVR has been added to the wrapped MOVR pool. And you can see I have staked 4.9 wrapped MOVR, which represents 0.02% of the total liquidity. And at current rates, I will earn 9.8 ZLK, which is the Zenlink token, over the next 2 weeks. I can also add liquidity to the other pools as well. So let's check out how to do that. First I go to pool, then add liquidity. And then I select 2 tokens that I want to add to a liquidity pool. In this case, I'm going to do MOVR USDC. I can add equivalent amounts of MOVR and USDC. I only have 900 USDC, which is worth much less than my 4 MOVR. So let's do $700 of USDC. And I'll supply that to the liquidity pool. Great, I've now added 1.6 MOVR and 700 USDC to the liquidity pool. Now I can stake those tokens to earn ZLK. First I need to find the MOVR USDC pool. And you can see I have a balance here. I can click stake and I'll add all of my tokens. Then I need to approve. And then I can stake. Great. My tokens have been added to the pool. My share of the pool is around 0.05%. And at current rates, I'll earn around 27.9 ZLK over the next 2 weeks. Currently, there are a few ways that you can earn ZLK. So the first way, and the most common way, is providing liquidity like I've been doing here. The longer that you add liquidity, the more ZLK that you'll earn. And the more liquidity you add, the more ZLK you'll earn. Adding liquidity does come with risks, especially when you're adding liquidity to a non-stablecoin pool. So for example, MOVR USDC has a risk of impermanent loss. But I think there's some great opportunities here for wrapped MOVR, which has no impermanent loss, and other stablecoin pools like BUSD USDC, which is currently at 56%, DAI USDC, which is currently at 33%, or USDT USDC, which is currently at 42%. Adding liquidity is not the only way to earn ZLK at the moment. For every trade that you do on Zenlink, you'll be earning ZLK tokens. Here you can see the trades I've done recently, which amount to around $4,000 in total volume. For each trade, I'm actually earning ZLK, which will be distributed at a future date. And the estimated rewards are around 60 ZLK. The rewards are based on the total trading volume and my share of that total trading volume. The final way to earn ZLK over the next 2 weeks will be to invite your friends to trade. If I go up here, then I can find my invitation code or my invitation link. I can send these to my friends, and if they trade using my link, I'll be earning additional bonuses. Here you can see there's a link for the Polkadot.js side, and there's also a link for the MetaMask side. These are 2 different links. And 200,000 ZLK will be distributed to people that invite their friends to trade. Let's have a look at some of the key metrics of Zenlink. They launched around 2 days ago on Moonriver and Bifrost and have currently reached 107 million TVL. Trading volume has been 22 million, and currently there are around 3,000 ZLK holders, although these ZLK tokens will not be distributed for another 12 days. We can see that there's over $40 million in liquidity of USDC, $14 million liquidity of USDT, and a lot of liquidity across other tokens.